Years ago, I wanted to learn C6 tuning, but I was having a lot of trouble avoiding playing patterns or things that came out of positions. I felt like a lot of what I heard in C6 playing at the time sounded to me like it was in positions, and I wanted to avoid that. I wanted to be able to have a freedom to play anywhere on the neck without having to rely on these positions. So I started looking at scales in different ways, and I decided to break the scale down into tetrachords, which are 4 consecutive notes of the scale, right? So each scale is made up of 2 tetrachords. So I decided to map this out on the fretboard, and I basically set about learning my scales all over the neck. And the thing that I found right away is that it made melodic playing really much more interesting and easier to achieve, because all the notes on the fretboard, on the neck, are just laid out right there. As long as you know your scales and you know the notes of the scales and you know the tetrachord positions, and you can even look at them as shapes because they do follow certain shapes. Anyway, it just was really helpful for me. And to this day, all these years later, I still think in this way, although it's more subconscious. But I wrote a book called Steelin Scales and Modes, and it kind of lays all this out. And the book sold really well. It helped a lot of people, and it's still available if you're interested. But I thought I'd just kind of demonstrate that type of free, navigation of the neck, but sticking within like certain harmony. So let's start with like G flat, right? G flat. So where would you go to play G flat? Well, you could start on the 6th fret, right, which is the normal position. Well, I don't want to start there. I want to be able to play. Now I'm just going to improvise some melodies. Let's change to A flat now. How about E? You can almost hear the chord changes, right? I'm in the key of E now, so I feel like now I'm on the 4 chord. Back to the 1, now to the 5. So you can really easily find these melodies, and you can use the connecting harmony to kind of like weave your way through it. It's really a lot of fun. We're in E major, right? Let's go to E minor. Dorian. B minor. This is Dorian. Now I like to use passing tones too, like. These are just a few very basic examples of, you know, how I would just be able to navigate, you know, pretty freely. So, you know, just something to think about. It certainly helped open up C6 for me, so I can get out of playing in positions. But also those positions also are a crucial part of playing, especially if you're playing Western swing. I mean, you know, you've got to, you know, go with the vocabulary, and that's a big part of the vocabulary, and you have to learn it. But when you want to get outside of that vocabulary, it's all there. You just need to know where to find it. And when I say where to find it, what you're hearing and where it is on the neck, okay? So anyway, good luck in your journey.